Marijuana is not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke.
I seen him.
Now that's an addiction, man. You ever suck some dick for marijuana? Huh?
No, I can't say I have.
I didn't think so.
Let's get it on. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Film Junkee live on your Monday, January 10th. Yes, if you have your glass, raise it up for Bob Saget, man. Yeah, I figured I had to have something, some kind of opening with him, and you know that little cameo he had in Half Baked was pretty hilarious. So, but yeah, sad stuff. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? How we doing? Make sure you smash that like, thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member, hit the join button. We got the Patreon right there. We got Film Junkee Closet. Everything all provided for you and all that stuff. So appreciate you guys clicking in. What? DCEU no more? No, don't say that. Long live the new. I like that reference. That's a Videodrome reference right there. I like that. And we got RIP DCEU right here. It's gonna be a mixed bag. I know it's gonna be a mixed bag. What's going on there, Resident Justice? Hey, my weekend was pretty good actually. There, Eric. Good to see you. We got Mr. Fear Jason. Yes, we got Lancer Evo. What's up? Oh, from New Zealand. Well, thank you for clicking in, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got We Are Venom right here. That's right. Hi there, Mr. Eric Patterson. Always good to see you. Dancing it up. Yo, what's going on, Mr. Jose? We're finally getting some dick. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Miss Stephanie, good to see you. Tyler, hi. Untrue news. The DCU not dead. I guess people have different definitions when it comes to the DCEU. I still don't know exactly what qualifies. In my eyes, it's everything that's extended out from the comics. But that's just me. Some people are like, nah, it's just certain things. It's everything connected. It's everything now. What's going on? Mr. Mural, good to see you. So the Legacy of Batman miniseries could indeed become a thing. So that'd be pretty sweet if that was ever going to be the case. Sad state of affairs. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty, it's all getting pretty interesting. And today, of course, was very interesting when it came to the set image of Batgirl. So DCU isn't dead, it's just going in a wonky direction. Hey, the multiverse, right? This is also a multiverse of frickin' madness. That's for damn sure, jeez. Yes, rest in peace, Bob Saget. Yeah, what's going on, Niner fan? Hey. Look at you. Look at your team coming back yesterday. That was pretty good. You know, I love it when I love it when the Rams and the Niners play each other because, you know, my dad's a Rams fan, my brother's a Niners fan, and of course we're all in like a little, you know, group chat kind of thing. So, you know, so yesterday it was just like back and forth, of course, shit talking and whatnot. So it's good stuff. What's going on, Jason? Hoy, hoy! Always good to see you. Hey, Gator Girl. Told my mom that No Way Home was going to be on digital February 28th. She goes, the one with Andrew Garfield? She knows. Yeah, exactly. See, this is why it's like, it's a no-brainer to just bring that guy back for his own movie, for Spider-Man 3. That's right. Yes, man. Rest in peace, Bob Saget, man, I tell you. Got Mama Film Junkie here. She had a good time. She had a good time, guys. We all had a good time on Friday when she was the guest. If you haven't seen it yet, it is on the channel, of course. Really good time. Really enjoyed that, you know, not at all embarrassing. No, it was fine. I actually don't embarrass easy. I was like, bring on the pictures, bring on the stories. It was a lot of fun. Hello, darling. Michael Keaton, Dick. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about all that because it's all very interesting. What is going on with my mouse? Okay, so that's not working. That was weird. All right, so let me scroll back up. Sorry, my thing got a little wonky right there. So fuck the new DCU, but I need some dick in my life. Okay, well, there's that. I got a Lock Zoo here. Yes, everybody, M Enterprises. That's right. Man. Good to see everybody. There we go. Hey, Dave. Favorite Nine Inch Nails song? What is it? I don't know. To be honest, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's Cheers, James. That's a tough one. Yeah, I'd have to think about that one. I definitely would have to think about that one. We got Nicotina here. Yep, what's going on, Nicotina? Andre, hello, Mr. Venom, 626. Good to see you. Halak Zoo is here. Yes. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Always good. We got JD right here. Someone clipped that, right? Someone should definitely click that. What's going on, Brendan? Good to see you, buddy. Yes. Okay. Who else we got here? Who's joining the fun? Let's see. Anybody else new? Hey, we got a super chat. Thank you, Cisco. So does Keaton come over after the 89 comics and before the Crisis event? I forgot his Earth got destroyed a few years ago. Marlon Wayans Robin? That's just open. Well, this just opened a can of plot holes. I know. We'll talk about that because I know that was one of the things too. Like seeing this mural, it's like, all right, well, wait a minute. I thought if we're gonna go by a little bit of canon, especially if you're reading Batman 89 right now, let's face it. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's not the same Robin that we kind of, thought, right? So, yeah, there's that whole aspect of it. What's going on, Mr. KC? Najid, how you doing, bud? All right, we got Gustavo here. Margot Robbie is Michael Keaton, Harley Quinn. No, there's so many questions, and to be honest, it's not too bad that there's so many questions and we don't know what the hell is going on with this universe right now, that it almost is intriguing. I mean, I'm kind of looking at it like, man, especially today, but we'll talk about it. What's going on, Rosemary? Always good to see your pretty face. Yes. Yeah, I got accuracy right here too. Yes, good to see you. Luke, what's up? How you doing? Why is my mouse acting funny like that? Yeah, we got Selena Kyle here too. That's right. Yeah. All right. We got Scoot also. Good to see you. Yeah, I know. It was just that. What's funny about that is like, it was like a rumored like casting at one point, right? I don't know. And I'm totally drawing a blank right now. Somebody remind me who the 89 Batman Robin is, because obviously we're kicking in the gear. We're like reading that. I'm totally forgetting what's his real name. I know it's not Dick Grayson. Is it Dick? It's not Dick Grayson. Yeah, it's somebody else. Anyways, cheers, guys. Of course, I have my Monday wine with me right now. Good stuff. Monday is over with, so we're good. Drake, Winston. I was like, okay, I knew it was Winston. I just couldn't remember his first name. Yeah. See, that's what they named. I mean, because we got to remember, too, when they were thinking about Marlon Wayans playing Robin, I think he was going to be Dick Grayson still. So, that's the thing. But I think when, with the writers of Batman 89, they just were like, all right, well, we're going to go a different direction, obviously, and we're going to name him somebody different. So, yeah, there you go. But, yeah, when it comes to that whole thing, who knows? But we'll talk about that because there's a lot to talk about. How Monday shows can be, guys. There's just so much to talk about, catching up over the weekend and everything. I mean, just so much to talk about. But yeah, today was good. And thank you guys, of course, for clicking in. Like I said, smash that like, thumbs up. Do all that. Make sure you subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. So, all right, let's go to the tweets and see what happened in the tweets. Okay. Whoops. You know what? Hold on. I forgot to turn that off. There we go. Oh, sorry. Messing up here. Here we go. All right. We're good now. All right. So what's happening in the tweets? Well, hey, Henry Cavill over here, working out with his Muscle Tech whey protein muscle builder right here on his back. Apparently this is, coming from Instagram right here. First pun of the season incoming. Did my first workout of the year, and thankfully Muscle Tech has got my back. Don't groan. I know you love it. Seriously though, Muscle Tech has a range of whey products to choose from, and I've decided to go with the Platinum Whey Plus Muscle Builder, creatine being the key ingredient here for the opening of my new training regimen. I've taken some good time off, and the mountain lies in front of me, so build up my ATP reserves for more intense workouts next week and better recover. is just the thing I need to kickstart the climb. Take the steps up your own mountain gently, my friends, but then get after and enjoy the climb. There you go. So I know that I think Witcher Season 3 is about to, I think this year, early this year, in probably the next month or so, it's going to start kicking into gear. I mean, we all hope that maybe he's going to get in those blue and red tights again, but I know like the next Witcher season is going to be kicking into gear right here, so of course he's going to start bulking up a little bit more. That's got to be like, I mean, I'm sure he always keeps in shape, but then he has to like get into like big time shape. So, but he's sponsored by Muscle Tech. I mean, everybody on Instagram who is a fitness person, they're all sponsored by somebody apparently. So, me, I kind of gave up the protein powders and whatnot. Like, you know what? Just do it all natural. That's what I say. All natural. Yeah. That's just me, though. Anyways, so you guys see this? Now, we heard about this. We heard this was going to be happening. Like, there was going to be an American version of The Raid. And Gareth Edwards, I think it was, right? Or I always get those names always mixed up. But now we got this right here from Deadline. Patrick Hughes to direct The Raid remake for Netflix, produced by Michael Bay. This version is set in Philadelphia's drug-infested Badlands. An elite undercover DEA task force climbed to a ladder of cartel informants to catch an elusive kingpin writer. It's Evans, right? Okay, so I always get confused. But yeah, obviously he's going to still be involved with it right here. So it says right here, exclusive! 3 of the biggest action directors in the game are coming together to help give a new spin to the decade's most acclaimed action picks. Sources tell Deadline that Netflix has come aboard a new reimagining of Gareth Evans' cult classic, The Raid, tapping Patrick Hughes and I'm sure he's going to be involved somehow. Evans, yeah, see, it says executive produce, so at least he's going to be a part of it. There's going to be a part of it, But, at the same time, it's just kind of going, why do we just make a new action film? That's all you got to do. Make a new action film. See, that story, that could just be called something else. This is what I don't like. The Raid and The Raid 2, you watch those movies are fucking fantastic. They're amazing. The fight choreography is amazing. I mean, if you're in the mood for if you haven't seen The Raid, do yourself a favor and watch The Raid. And it's like, we don't need it. It's kind of funny, too, because, Gareth Evans, I should say. I keep saying Edwards. It's like, he was, it was kind of, you had I don't know. It's all very strange, but hey, what can you do? I just don't get it. It's like, don't call it The Raid. Call it something else and just make another badass action flick. That's all you got to do. But everybody, people, it's a cult classic, so they want to use the name The Raid, obviously, to parlay it a little bit more. I understand that. I get it. It's like a business decision, sure, but at the same time, I'm just like, call it something else. Just call it something else and have some crazy badass action in it. So I don't know, but yeah, that's what it is right now. We'll see what happens. Hey, you got Michael Bay helping out with it, but it's just, come on, man. Can we get something to? There's been wasn't Frank Grillo tied to something at one point to this, like a Raid remake, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know, but I just think I hate it when they go oh, it's gonna be remade in America. It's like, does it really need that? Do we really need to remake stuff for the States? Because it's never better. It's never better. Anything that's remade from another country, it's never better. It really isn't. I can't even think of a movie that was ever better that was remade, and this is a completely different, almost like a completely different story, it sounds like. So, hey, what could you do? That's just the way it is. Good old Hollywood, right? My God. It's all right. It's fine. Guys, I have mixed feelings about this. All right? So I'm sure you guys saw this. And, congrats to the people involved and everything like that. Matthew A. Cherry. But yeah, the first full-on trailer for Bel-Air, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air remake, which is, of course, going to be more of a drama and not, of course, a sitcom at all. they debuted the full-on trailer right here, and I mean, it's got the familiar story, of course, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I think it could be good, but I also just don't like the fact because I've watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air so much, and even when it came to HBO Max, I rewatched all of it again. And it's just, I don't know. There's just something about watching this. I mean, look, that's Carlton right there. Carlton, who seems like I mean, obviously when it came to Carlton on the sitcom, he was kind of an asshole. But, this one seems like he's like evil. And then you got Jeffrey, who's like that's Jeffrey right there. It's interesting. Like, I'm intrigued, but I also don't know. I just have mixed feelings about it. I don't know if you guys saw this, but yeah. It's all, I'm probably still going to watch it, but it just, when I watched the trailer, I went, man, this is definitely, they're definitely going for a much more serious and grittier vibe to it, which it's fine. But like, I mean, you got all this right here. It's like they're trying to keep elements of it. They're trying to keep elements of, like, Will Smith, I mean, obviously wearing the hat sideways, and he even gets to a point where he turns his school jacket inside out, and of course he joins the basketball team and all that stuff. But obviously it's a modernized version. I love it. I mean, and they did cast a Carlton that was much shorter than Will, but I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about it. I have mixed feelings about it. And, especially after what happened with a TV dad dying yesterday. And then it made me think about a TV dad that I grew up with, which, of course, was James Avery. And, you can't beat out that Uncle Phil, right? I mean, you really can't. You really can't beat out that Uncle Phil. So, I don't know. Anyways, that's just like my 2 cents on that whole thing. So, and Zoe Saldana is... Saldana, or Dana, I should say. She's green again. So Gamora is back, of course, for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So she's getting ready to go for all that. She posted that on her Instagram and stuff. And then, of course, there's that. Okay, I can't play too much. But yeah, there's a good, a great video of Bob Saget right there in front of, in San Francisco, in front of the houses that represented his house, the Tanner house, I should say. So, yeah, sad, just so sad. We got some art right here. I like this. Catwoman putting on the Batcowl. I like it. And then, of course, there's a red version right there. It's good stuff. Like it. It's pretty good art right here. I like this. Truce Bruce. Somebody drew up. I'm not sure who it is. Let's see. It says Me Care Madness. Me Care Madness. I like that drawing. It's a good drawing. And right here, Mr. RPK is saying Sony is planning to release the extended cut for Spider-Man No Way Home exclusively for cinema theaters soon. So, according to Daniel RPK, we're going to get an extended cut of Spider-Man No Way Home, which hopefully it has way more scenes with the 3 Spider-Men, because those scenes were just so fantastic. My God. So, look forward to that. I don't know, if it's, I guess it's going to go out in theaters. They're just going to try to soak up as much, they're trying to squeeze as much box office out of that as they should. And they should. Why not? Why not? And guys, in China, they created an artificial sun in China. What's going on over there? What are they doing? They got Doc Ock over there? What's going on? China has made an artificial sun that burns 5 times hotter than the actual sun. The goal with it is to create a near endless supply of clean energy. Well, that's good. That's good. Good on them. Are they going to share it with the rest of the world? Hopefully. I mean, they shared something else for the rest. Anyways, don't say that. You're going to get canceled, Dave. Yeah. No, but it's interesting. But yeah, I saw the article about that. Apparently they had something. I just love the fact that Cultured Cave, of course, used the Doc Ock Spider-Man 2 image right here. So, yeah. Yeah, gotta be careful. I mean, yeah. Well, share the clean energy. Stop sharing the... Okay, don't say that. All right, suppress the Trump impression. He's going to say something that's going to get me canceled. Oh, boy. All right, move on. Most anticipated movie, according to Letterboxd. The Batman, of course. Yeah, anybody who thinks that that the Batman is not going to be a huge hit this year. I mean, it is literally on the top of so many lists of sites. The Batman. At least Warner Brothers has that, right? I mean, at least that, because look at everything else. You got Marvel, and Marvel right here. Look at it. You have 4 Marvel movies, but you have the Batman at least. Yes. Even though there's like 5 DC projects that are coming out, 5 DC movies that are coming out, a lot of those are not making the top list, but the Batman always number 1. So at least there's that. And yes, guys, you could listen to the Vodka stream on Friday with Mama Film Junkee right there. Isn't she adorable? I had her send me like a cartoon little version of herself right there. So yeah. That was a lot of fun. Love you, Mom. Love you. Yeah, we got Meg here, too. Look at you. And then, of course, if you want to, watch, when you're going to be able to watch Spider-Man No Way Home on digital, it's going to be February 28th. So the last day of February right there, they'll be able to watch it. Of course, we'll talk about that. We had this right here. You want to get some Batman Oreo cookies? Hell yeah. Look at that. You can get some Batman Oreo cookies. I don't need the Batman Oreo cookies, but still kind of cool. Marketing has kicked in. I like that right there, that they're making all this stuff when it comes to Oreo cookies. I can't even remember the last time I had an Oreo cookie, but there you go. You can get the Batman Oreo cookies. Stay playful. I seriously can't even remember the last time I had an Oreo cookie. I can't. I really can't. So... Microman TV, man, he's still doing his good stuff right here when it comes to Legos and stop motion and all that stuff. He posted this right here. He bathes in your fear. So he's doing something over there, which looks pretty cool. Looks pretty damn cool. And Jesus Christ, did you guys watch that game last night? The last game of the NFL season this year, week, I guess, 18, 16, whatever the hell it was. Chargers and Raiders. Holy crap, was that just crazy? I mean, this is me just kind of tweeting this stuff out right here. It was a nutty game, man. If you guys didn't watch it, it was a nutty game. And, man, it went down to the wire, and the Chargers fucked up. That coach fucked up by calling timeout. Should not have done that. I wanted the tie, though. And so did, what's his name, the quarterback for the Chargers. He was like, I never wanted a tie so bad. Yeah, poor guy. So, but congratulations to the Raiders. Why not? Simon Pegg also said he's revealed in his latest Instagram Live that the first trailer for Mission Impossible 7 is finished and is coming out soon. Gotta love that. Soon. So expect a new trailer or the first trailer for MI7. One of my most anticipated movies of the year right here, of course, because I love the Mission Impossible series. But yeah, this game was just crazy. Yeah. And then, of course, rest in peace, of course, Bob Saget. We got, of course, Dave Coulier. My heart is broken. I love you, Bob. You're forever brother. Yeah, jeez. So Uncle Joey, of course, and then Adam Sandler posted. And this also stung too, man. This stung a lot right here because we lost Norm Macdonald recently too, and there were some people that posted a lot of images of them two together, and it's just like, God, that stings. We lost 2 great comedians, too young. Yeah, it just freaking sucks, man. It just sucks. 2 legends right there. And did you guys know the Golden Globes were yesterday? Yeah. I don't think I barely knew that the Golden Globes were yesterday. I think they're realizing that nobody really cares about awards anymore, but it is nice to see when these actors win stuff. I mean, Will Smith won Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama. I still have yet to see the movie. It's on the list. I need to see it. I'll see it before the Academy Awards. Congratulations to Hans Zimmer for Dune and his score. We all know that it was beautiful. And so Hans Zimmer won, so that's good. That's good. So yeah, there's a couple that I retweeted. Andrew Garfield won for Tick Tick Boom for musical. Good for him. I love the Andrew Garfield craziness that's happened right now. Couldn't happen to a better dude, right? And then there's a picture. Yeah, Jim Carrey posted that right there. A lot of people are posting that. Yeah, Andrew Garfield won for his first time winning a Golden Globe. So good on him. Good on him. Really good stuff. This cool little poster for the Batman right there. If you're justice, please do not lie. This is fucking creepy. Fucking creepy. But you love it, okay? Because what did James Wan do? He was like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of all, I don't want these big, huge sets and green screens anymore. I want to make a simple horror movie that wasn't malignant, and it was great. It was absolutely fantastic. I'm actually surprised. It would have been, it was almost in my top 10 favorite movies of last year. But look at that animatronic right there. I mean, that is freaking creepy. That is so creepy right there. But there you go, man. Behind the scenes, testing that animatronic, Gabriel and what's her name. Yeah, jeez. Crazy. But yeah, here, I posted this. I was like, here are my TV dads. I mean, growing up, my TV dads, of course, was Danny Tanner. You have to, and I mean, it just reminded me, may he rest in peace now. I don't know how many, I watched Full House so many times. Then, of course, James Avery, may he rest in peace too, Uncle Phil. And then, of course, Carl Winslow, Reginald, I can never say I always mess up his last name, but you know who I'm talking about, And then, of course, William Russ, Boy Meets World. I mean, of course, he was in there too. Maybe not as well known, not in everybody's like top. But, I'm a Boy Meets World fan, so, yes. Yeah. And see, stuff like that. See, Norm Macdonald and Bob Saget right there. It's like, God, man, it sucks. And it's just like, I mean, they've already released his autopsy, and there's no foul play. There's nothing. It's just weird. Like, what happened exactly? He tweeted, this was his last tweet right here, guys, Bob Saget. He just had a show in Jacksonville. He's loving just being on the road again and everything. And then, he was just on the road, just touring right now. And it just sucks. But this was his very last tweet that he tweeted out yesterday, I guess, morning or something like that. So, man, just cheers to Bob Saget, man. America's Funniest Home Videos. Used to watch that all the time. That was like the first, right? Now you have countless shows that show videos, but man, Bob Saget was, he was the host of the first one, America's Funniest Home Videos and everything, but man, may he rest in peace. Sad, just very sad. Couldn't believe it. Just couldn't believe it. Hey, we got some grappling gun magic happening right here in the Batman. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else. What else do we got? This is a pretty cool image. Look at that. Oh, man, we got to see that black suit again. It looks really cool. It does look cool. Got all that. And then, of course, Bots Logic. He's promoting for Make the Amazing Spider-Man 3 right here. Yes. Oh, yeah, guys. So, like on Saturday, I was at a fancy little place. These pork belly appetizers were so delicious. And this is a crab cake, too. It was a fun time. A friend of mine, it was her birthday. It was her 40th birthday. And she rented out a place called the Red Room. And it was like you just rent it out. You have a table. You have a lounge area. It was awesome. And it felt a little too fancy for me because I'm like, what the heck? But yeah, so that was my Saturday night right there of, eating some kind of fancy foods. It was delicious. Those pork belly, whatever, appetizers were absolutely delicious. So delicious. And the crab cakes. And then, of course, even the main course and stuff like that. It was freaking good. I know, I said 40. She turned 40. She's part of the 40 Club now. That's what it is. She's part of the 40 Club. Apparently, Anya Taylor-Joy is prepping for Furiosa. Posted this right here, this video of her, doing some vehicle driving in the dirt because, got to get... I can't wait for that, man. She's going to be... Oh, man. I already love Anya Taylor-Joy. You guys already know that, but she's going to be like Furiosa, badass. Holy shit. And, you know, there's Andrew Garfield in his Spider-Man costume. I mean, I don't care what anybody says about the Amazing Spider-Man franchise. And yes, there are elements that I'm just like, God damn it frustrates me. But Jesus Christ, Mark Webb did such a good job at Spidey stuff that the shots, the special effects, the costume, that is my favorite Spidey costume, even though not my favorite Spider-Man movie, my favorite Spidey costume. I love the big eyes and how they reflect and everything. It's just, God damn it. And I just love Andrew Garfield, so just good stuff, man. Just good stuff. Concept art, 3 Spider-Man right there. There you go. That's pretty good. And yeah, guys, remember when the scooping game was not around? Remember when there was no scooping game? We could just enjoy things. Yeah, we can't enjoy things anymore. We got Aaron Bailey showing off some art right here that he did for Lex for Man of Steel 2 in the whatchamacallit costume and everything. So good stuff. I love this right here, Shaggy the movie. I don't know why it says Zendaya. That's weird. I just thought that was funny. And don't ask Zack Snyder about Batfleck. Come on. I know it wasn't a lot of people, but it's like, don't do this. You know, Zack posted about Shiraz and Fatma. They're engaged, which congratulations to them. They're a big part of the community. It was a big surprise for everybody, and even Zack Snyder posted the fact that they are now engaged, which is great. But then, of course, you have people underneath asking him about Batfleck. It's like, you know, Zack's not going to know anything about that. It's not like, I think some people actually think that Zack and Ben and Henry and everybody's in a group chat together. They're not. You know, Zack doesn't know, guys. Zack doesn't know. Okay. All I know is though, and I can't wait to see more of. We got, you know, Gordon right here and Batman just like doing some investigating. There's going to be so much of that. Gotta love it. We're going to get such a noir style Batman with the Batman. And it looks like he's about to kick the door down, I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's good stuff. Cannot wait. This is pretty awesome right here. I'm going to make my car like this, you know, one of these days. I'm just going to make a car that has that has time circuits, a flux capacitor, all this stuff. So this guy decked out his car like that. It's pretty cool stuff. I like it. Here's that suit. I love that suit. It's a good suit. Full look at Andrew's Spider-Man 2 suit right there. Good old Cavill right there, just looking very Superman-esque right there. Yeah. Miss him. I think we miss him. And look at that. These two snuck in. Look at that. They're with the director right there. So right here we got, ladies and gentlemen, here's a pic of Toby and Andrew the Knight. They snuck in to watch the reactions. You got to love that. You know, these two were like, they probably couldn't go to the premiere because they had to keep it a secret, but they snuck in to watch people react to them showing back up in Spider-Man No Way Home. You got to love that. You also got to love Haley Steinfeld and workout apparel. So enjoy this. Hotness right here. Oh, Haley, we love you. Let's just, you want to just look at these images for the next hour? Okay, no, we won't do that. Don't do that. I think that's pretty much it, you know. Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously we lost Sidney Poitier, too. May he rest in peace. I know. It's just like we keep on losing, like, these iconic freaking people, man. But, yeah, Sidney Poitier, like, he passed away, too. And here was, like, a crazy, just random image of him playing basketball with River Phoenix. Well, may he rest in peace, too. Jeez. But I thought that was cool. Somebody posted that they're just playing basketball together. Why not? Love it. So, but yeah, man, can we stop? Can we stop with the? Can we just relax on losing iconic people now, please? Here's an image. Here's an image from the new Batman Cape Crusader series that's going to be coming out. That's right, very old style. He's got the claws on the gloves, the short gloves. He's got the boxer type undies going on. Oh man, and the big ears. I love how different this is. I love how different it is. And hey, guys, I mean, listen to this laugh. Have you heard this laugh? Creepy. That's right. I don't know. Is he going to be... People are suspecting. Talking about the Batman. I think he might have a good little laugh right there. Just saying. It's very interesting. Speaking of Jokers, look at this art right here. That's pretty beautiful. Yes. Jensen Ackles showing off his soldier boy that he's going to be, of course, in The Boys. Can't wait to see that. All right, I think we're good. When it comes to the tweets. So let's get to it. Let's get to the topics at hand. We got the Batgirl shooting right now today. I mean, pretty much today was like the first, first day in Glasgow, whatever you want to. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But yes, Batgirl, of course, is currently shooting right now, and I'm sure you guys have seen all the images because they've been all over the place. And of course, we'll go right here. If you're not following Batgirl film news, then, I don't know what to tell you. They're the ones that are posting a lot of the stuff. I mean, obviously, it's all over the place right here. But, yes, we have a bunch of images that are happening, that are just showing up. It's happening, obviously, before even, it started shooting. There's some kind of Mustang right there. I wonder who drives that. There's all this, Gotham City news, everything. You got the news vans and everything, all that stuff. And then, of course, more shots right here from them. Everybody just setting up stuff. The Yolk Diner. That sounds delicious. I'm sure they make good eggs right there. So, and even says right here, we learned that Brendan Fraser will film scenes at the Parney Street, Hutchinson Street at Glasgow Cross. Sets starting next week. Yeah. Interesting stuff. So, well, there's this right here. Obviously, the big mural. Okay. Let's see. What images do I have here? Okay, so... Well, first off, so I don't know what's happening with this. When it comes to Batgirl, I'm like, what is going on right here? Because people are taking images of very random, interesting stuff. Like, look at this right here. We got some Hugo Strange happening. Why would that poster just be up somewhere? It's very strange. Very Hugo Strange. So I had that right there. There's also a Black Canary. Somebody spotted that. Black Canary. Also plastered up somewhere. What is happening? Who knows? Don't make sense. Like, what? Why would that be there? I'm almost like going like, are they just trying to throw off people from the scent? And like, hey, let's put on this stuff where people are going to make it seem like it's meta. It's meta. It takes place within Gotham, but yet there's people know who these people are. It's very strange. I don't know. It says wishing, they said his birthday, Jacob, what's his name? But yeah, of course, this was the images that we were seeing right here. At first, we see this right here, and it's just Batman, and everybody's going like, what the fuck? Is that Michael Keaton's Batman? What's happening with that? Everybody was like wondering, what the hell? These were like the first images right here of this mural on this brick wall. And as soon as, of course, we have Leslie Grace right there looking adorable, wearing a GCPD shirt, which is cool. So look at her hair though. Look at the hair. She's got that dark red going on, so that's good. But yeah, here's the mural right here, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, there's Robin. What? So we have Batman and Robin on a mural right here, and everybody was kind of going like, what the hell is that? Is that Michael Keaton's Batman? To me, Michael Keaton, he ain't that tall. First off. Unless, Robin is really, really short and he's just hunched down. But let's face it, Michael Keaton not that tall. At first you kind of just go like, you look at the mural, you're looking at the face, you're looking at everything. It's like, that could be Michael Keaton. But then it's just kind of like, I don't know about that. And then it started to come out that, hey, look at that. References to this mural. So the artistes who designed this little mural apparently took this shot of a figure from ArtStation right here from Batman, and then this shot right here of Robin from I forgot exactly which book this was, but yes, they kind of took that and then just applied it to here. So that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I actually like this. I like this bat suit right here. I'm not gonna lie. I like the different tones right here, like the dark gray and the light gray right here. I actually like that. It's from ArtStation. So we have this right here, and thank you to the internet detectives out there that just find this shit. I don't know how you find this stuff. It was amazing. Like when the images of the mural were like going around and everybody was trying to determine whether it was Keaton, whether it was Batfleck, whether it was whatever the fuck. They're like, who the hell, what kind of Batman this is? It didn't take long before people started finding out, like, and of course people are like, oh, they trace. I'm like, yeah, I guess they trace, but I mean, it's DC and Warner Brothers. They own everything that has these, either Batman or Robin, so they can do that. It's fine, whatever. They just kind of took some things, combined it, but the fact of the matter is, it's not exactly, a lot of people are thinking, oh, that's Michael Keaton's Batman, and I'm going, maybe it's not. It's just some artist who decided to paint Batman and Robin on a wall, in his own way. Not necessarily Michael Keaton's Batman, because it just didn't make sense to me. I mean, obviously when it comes to Michael Keaton, like, we never saw him have a Robin, but if you're reading Batman 89, yes, a Robin is going to be coming about, and it's not Dick Grayson. Obviously, we've established it was Mr. Drake Winston right there. So it's like, so everybody's kind of like going, what the fuck is happening with this movie? Who the fuck is this Batman? What is happening? Who knows? I don't know, but So we have that right there. Of course, we have her, we have him, the Black Canary. See, this is my thought about it, guys, right here. This is my kind of thought about it. Remember in Shazam? So look at this image of Shazam right here, and I posted this on my Twitter because everybody's like trying to wonder like what is happening with this movie. I don't know if like this movie's gonna have basically when it comes to someone's rendition of Batman, like an artist decides to like, hey, I'm gonna paint this wall, this brick wall, and represent Batman and Robin. Obviously, it probably takes place years ago. That's why when you look at the wall, like the paint's kind of chipping. It's not all like great. And I think it's just like, hey, I'm just gonna like draw them how I see them. I mean, if you look at this right here, when it comes to the toys, I mean, obviously, I never really like took the time to look at this shot right here. I mean, obviously, when he grabs this Batman right here, this Batman has the oval symbol right there, right? He has the oval symbol. But then you have a Batman over here that looks like probably a piggy bank or something like that has more of the Jim Lee type bat going across his chest. And then you look right here, this is full-on Batfleck right here. And then you also have Cyborg. Cyborg's right here. You got a Wonder Woman right here. You got like a Cyborg some toys right there, and you got some, and you got the fat bat right here with these toys, and then of course you have Superman right here. So it's all very interesting when it comes to all this. And I just kind of thought, maybe it's just like somebody, obviously when they design toys about these superheroes within this world, they're just going to go like, you know what? We're just going to, put our own little spin to it. It's not going to be exactly like that. So I kind of thinking like maybe when it comes to this mural, it's just, it's an artist that just kind of was like, hey, I'm going to draw Batman and Robin and, the way that I see them. I don't know. So I just kind of took it like that. That's what I kind of did. So obviously, yeah, more things were posted right here. But yeah, it was determined right here that yes, that it was in fact those images right there. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What are you guys thinking when it comes to Batgirl? What is happening right here? I mean, obviously, it was funny, too, because, I wore this shirt today because you guys know I love the 89 Batman logo with the feet, I guess you could say, the feet. And it almost kind of looked like that, when you first looked at the mural, you're like, oh, man, does it have the feet? The feet? Because obviously, I always thought it was like the 3-spiked tail, but apparently it's feet, according to, Mr. Reeves FX, who, of course, designs costumes, so I'm going to take his word on it. But, yeah. So what are we thinking here? Are we thinking that this is just something that's just, all right, it's going to be in a background somewhere? Is it like when we saw the trailer for Morbius, and it was Tobey Maguire's poster that was up on the wall? What is happening? I know there's like a lot of different things. I love the feet. I love the bat feet, I should say. Bat family definitely rising for sure. So you think it's Keaton. You think it's absolutely Keaton. See, to me, my whole thing is it's just an artist that is, I mean, the biggest thing about this mural is the fact that there's a Robin there, okay? I think that's the biggest news of all, because now we're like, okay, cool, there's a Dick Grayson somewhere. Obviously, it's probably not going to be how it was in SNYDER'S type stuff where Dick is dead. And, you know, and what was funny about that, too, is like, remember when, what was it, Chris McKay, obviously who directed the Lego Batman movie, he wanted to do a Nightwing movie. And that was like one of the things that was in development. And I was looking forward to it. I was like, all right, give me a Nightwing movie. A small, contained Nightwing movie, low budget, hire the dudes that did John Wick and just come up with, or The Raid, I don't know, whatever the fuck. Just get some really good fight choreography and make a great Nightwing movie. But obviously, when it came to all that, when Snyder wrote the fact that Robin was dead, he thought it would be more of an impact if it was Dick Grayson who died, which makes sense within his story, within his universe. It made sense. He said that the first time he was on the Vodka stream. He talked about it. He talked about how it would impact Bruce even more than it would be if it was Jason Todd. Obviously, when he was like bumping heads with Warner Brothers and Jeff Johns, you know, all those fucking guys, they kept on going, no, it's got to be Jason Todd. Got to be Jason Todd. Got to be Jason Todd. Even though like there was like literally a headstone right there that we've seen before. So when it comes to what we're seeing right here in the Batgirl set images, it's like, all right, so Dick is somewhere, right? We have a Dick Grayson somewhere. That's what I'm gathering from this. I don't know. I personally I don't know where. When it comes to Michael Keaton's Batman or what, I mean, there's theories out there of how everybody is like trying to like contemplate which Batman that actually is. I don't think it's necessarily Keaton. Then again, maybe it is. I don't know. Or it's I don't know. It's just, when it comes to this stuff, you almost think they do it on purpose. It's like, yeah, take a picture of that, throw it up on the internet, and then everybody's gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?" That's what it came when I saw it. I was like, "What is happening?" I don't know what's happening. Now we have Batman and Robin mural. Okay, cool, but who is that Batman? You know, he's got the wide eyes, which obviously the wide eyes are probably not going to make an appearance or anything like that, unless Keaton has some kind of obviously more of a kind of mech suit, obviously, which he probably will have some sort of kind of like mech suit to help him out because, you know, he's up there, but I don't know. You think it's Pattinson's? I know somebody actually told me that too. Like, what if it's Pattinson's? I'm like, nah. I mean, it would be Pattinson if it was like way in the future, you know, obviously not way in the future, I guess you could say. This is kind of funny too, because I mean, over the weekend, I mean, if you guys watched Batman the Fanimated stream last night, Scott and I, we talked about Robin's Reckoning, you know, part 1. That was the episode that we got to this week, and it just so happens now all of a sudden we're talking about Robin again when it comes to live action. So it's just like, man, talk about fate. Fate, Alfred. Fate! And, you know, we were trying to determine when we were watching that episode, because it flashes back, of course, when we see the Flying Graysons and when Dick's parents get killed, we were kind of determining, like, okay, how long has Bruce Wayne been Batman? And we kind of determined, like, in the flashback, it's probably been about 3 years. So when he's now in college and whatever, and he's like full on Robin, I mean, I guess it would be like, you know, at least if he was like 8 or 9 years old, now he's like maybe a decade later and he's full on Robin. It's like, you know, you always try to determine like the timeline. Like, how long was Bruce Batman before this Robin showed up? So that's a question I would have too when it comes to this timeline, story, multiverse. I don't know. There's just so many questions, man. So many questions. I don't get it. Yeah. No Batfleck. Yeah. I know. It's like, and it's too bad we didn't get to see like any kind of flashback or even like I mean, hopefully we can see something when it comes to the Justice League sequel where ZACK wanted to have Joker and Batman kind of just like talking about their perspectives on the whole death of Robin kind of thing. I mean, hopefully we get to see that. But when it comes to this whole timeline or story, there's just so many questions, man. Conroy Batman? Well, he did show up in Crisis, right? I don't know, man. It's intriguing. I mean, that's one of the things that Warner Brothers is going to have to do to really just kind of get people going, all right, I'm going to go watch your movies, is I guess just put out some of this stuff and just have questions. We're going to have questions. Like, we're seeing this. This is the first day that Batgirl is shooting, and we're seeing a Batman and Robin mural. So now everybody's going, who's the Batman? Who's the Robin? What is happening? Are we going to have Dick Grayson in the Batgirl movie? It seems like we should. Who knows? And then, of course, it's like, how, if it's Keaton's Batman, how does that work? You know, there's always that question of, how is Gordon younger than Keaton or younger than Bruce? What's going to happen when the multiverse thing? I mean, it's all going to be answered, of course, in The Flash. But, man, it's just so many questions, guys. There's too many questions. Too many questions. It's John Blake. Get Joseph Gordon-Levitt back, man. Why not? Adam West, yeah. I know people are so fans are so disgruntled. They're like, they're just gonna bring back a CGI Christopher Reeves. I'm like, oh, come on. Really don't know what's going to happen. I know. And then of course we have the merger too, but all this stuff is set in motion before the merger is going to happen. So I don't know. I'm just curious to see what happens in The Flash that then leads to Batgirl. I don't know. And then, yeah, I even thought about that too, Gustavo. What if it's another Batman? What if they decided, hey, since Batfleck is done, what if we had a different Batman? I think that would cause more confusing. People would be a little bit more confused too, especially since it's like Keaton's back. You got Pattinson over here doing his own thing. I don't know. And there's some people, there's fans out there that are like, yeah, just recast Batfleck. I'm like, what? wait, so recast Batfleck, but then you want to restore the Snyderverse, so recast him for the time being, but then hopefully he comes back okay, I don't know. It's just funny seeing the timeline explode when it talks about this, because I can't even keep up. And there's so many people, not so many people, but there's at least half the timeline is going, what the hell is this? It's a mess. It's all fucked up. It's everything like that. And everything's like doom and gloom. And then you got people who are positive about it. And then you just got people that don't give a shit, but So, and then, you got people like Mattia right there. It's just like, if it's not Batfleck, then not going to support. That's fine. Do what you got to do. I'm watching the Batman no matter what. And I'm watching all this shit no matter what, because I like movies and this stuff like that, and I'm supporting the filmmakers, supporting the actors. I know. As much as I don't want to really support, I don't want to support the WB, of course. But, of course, the new regime's coming in a few months here. So, John Hamm Batman. I know some people have said that too. What's going on, Tony? Good to see you. So, there you go, guys. It's going to be interesting to see what else pops up when it comes to the set of Batgirl. I'm assuming we're going to see a Batgirl stunt woman in the costume, kind of maybe on something like, I don't know if she's going to be on a motorcycle or something like that. I'm guessing so. I don't know, but it's kicking into gear, so we'll see what happens. But I just want to know like what's happening are we going to find out there's a Dick Grayson? There's got to be a Dick Grayson in this world somewhere. So, and I'm wondering who they're going to cast for that. I just don't know. Only 45 days. I can wait. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, like I said, if, nobody's forcing you to watch this stuff, but, if the people that are still going to watch the stuff, don't discourage. Don't feel discouraged either. It's all pretty crazy, but, and we're going to talk about Ben Affleck in the next little bit here, so we'll talk about him a little bit more after everything that happened last week. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm sure more images will be coming out tomorrow. Dick is literally the only thing that the DCEU is missing. The DCEU is missing Dick. That's right, missing Dick. All right. But let's talk about this man right here, Mr. Ben Affleck. This was actually going to be the main topic at first for today's show, because obviously with everything that happened last week, and then of course when that Herald Sun interview popped up, which was very random on Thursday, and I was like, holy shit, somebody sent it to me, sent me screenshots, because you had to have a subscription to actually see it. That's why it fell under the radar, obviously, with certain tweets from... Yeah. It was just kind of like, it just snuck right under the radar. Nobody caught this. And I went, ah, crap. I guess I'm not going to the movies tonight. I'm going to have to record a video and, kind of break the interview news or whatever the hell. So if you guys didn't watch that, hopefully, go ahead and check it out. But he did interview with the LA Times, and that's the article that we're going to look at right meow. Oop, not that. And, let's check this out. So here it is right here. We won't go through everything. We'll go through some of it right here. But Los Angeles Times, LA Times, Ben Affleck is done worrying about what other people think. Look at that stud. Look at that stud looking all, healthy and shit. Man, talk about a big turnaround from those Justice League reshoots. I tell you. As he earns strong reviews for The Tender Bar, Ben Affleck reflects on his career. He loved The Last Duel, and Down's Justice League was the worst experience. Yeah, he talks about that. He talks about a lot of things, but obviously right here it starts talking about Batman feeling wrung out after his run as Batman in 2016's Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice and 2017's Justice League. Affleck has focused in the last few years on less splashy and more character-driven roles, delivering some of the strongest acting work in years. In early 2020, he had a well-received turn on an alcohol-high high school student basketball coach in the drama The No Way Back, which opened shortly after the COVID-19, which sucks. Now Affleck's co-starring in The Tender Bar. I still haven't watched it yet, but I hear so many great things. I'm going to watch it sometime this week, I think. I'm hopefully going to catch all that. But yeah, he talks about all that. Last month, after an interview conducted, he received backlash in his comments from Howard Stern, talking about the drinking stuff, which, yeah, I know. That wasn't too bueno, but, he was all right. In 2016, I interviewed you 3 times for Batman vs. Superman, blah, blah, blah. Talks about that, of course. It was really Justice League that was a nadir for me. That was a bad experience because of the confluence of things, my own life, my divorce, being away too much, and competing agendas, and then director Zack Snyder's public tragedy, of course, suicide, and then the reshooting. It just was the worst experience. It was awful. It was everything that I didn't like about this. That became the moment I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not even about like Justice League was so bad, but but it could have been anything. So, obviously he's talking about one of the worst experiences he's had was with the reshoots. And I've told you guys, and other people have told you too, he wanted to walk off the set. When it came to those reshoots, he was trying to get the other actors to walk off the set. He didn't want to do it anymore, but of course that didn't happen. And then we all saw the outcome of that. So, yeah, just freaking sucks. But of course, that was the main thing that everybody was kind of talking about when it came to this interview right here, talking about the bad experience that was. What I hope about all this, like eventually, is when everything's all said and done, we'll get more details on how bad Joss Whedon was, how bad Warner Brothers was. Get more details on it. I want them to start singing. I remember saying this a long time ago. I'm hoping Ben Affleck sings one of these days. And, he's had like a few interviews when it comes to The Tender Bar. He's actually sung a little bit, not in like super detail, but he talks about how Justice League was like it's pretty much one of the worst experiences he ever had. So if for him, like, to come back for The Flash is one thing, because obviously there was something about that script that brought him back, just like it was for DJ and Brian Hirota and those guys. It was always, that's what I keep on telling you guys, is like the fact that these guys talk about the script and bringing them back. We just, you gotta blame Warner Brothers, Joss Whedon, those guys for him just not coming back to do any more for now. Again, for now. We got to remember that. And I know some people don't like the fact that when we're all talking about that Ben's going to be done after The Flash and blah, blah, blah. And I know there's some people that don't like that. But hey, as of right now, just listening to the man's words. That's it. But we never know what could happen. I'm always trying to be as optimistic as possible. But, But at the time being, it just seems like right now, Ben is at a point where he just wants to walk away from these big, huge movies, and he just wants to do these character-driven stories. You know, when it comes to The Last Duel, when it comes to The Tender Bar, that's what he's mainly focused on right now. And then, of course, he still has his kids that, I mean, obviously his kids are still, some of them are still, you know, fairly young, so he wants to focus on being the best father he can, so... Yeah. So, I mean, I wasn't going to go through, like, everything right here. I was mainly going to talk about, like, that and being the fact that Justice League was his worst experience, which sucks because it shouldn't have been. I'm sure, like, the initial shoot was a great experience. Probably was an absolute great experience. And then he even said right here, directing Batman is a good example. I looked at, let's see, I looked at it and I thought, I'm not going to be happy doing this. The person who does this should love it, which now Matt Reeves is doing it, and he's loving it. You're supposed to always want these things, and I probably would have loved doing it at 32 or something. See, he's taken into account that he's 49 years old. That's another thing, too. But it was the point where I started to realize it's not worth it. It's just a wonderful benefit of reorientating and recalibrating your priorities that once it started being more about the experience, I felt more at ease. And yeah, of course, talking about all that. But yeah, that was like another thing too when it talks about him directing the movie. And I've said it many times too. I was like, when it was announced that Matt Reeves was going to be directing, I thought, good, Ben doesn't need to have that burden. You don't need it. That's a lot to take on. You're going to direct, produce, star in, right? I mean, a Batman flick, that is a lot to do right there. But then, of course, naturally, Matt Reeves was going like a different direction. So, but yeah, so there you go, guys. Just wanted to kind of go over that article right there because it came out after all the Herald Sun thing and everything like that. So, I mean, good on Ben. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he's happy, he's healthy, and he wants to do more personal, character-driven roles, but we'll see. You never know. I mean, obviously we heard before that, HBO Max, Warner Media, they wanted him to like, hey, you want to do your story? And apparently he turned it down, which is like, all right, power to him. That's fine. But, you never know what could happen when it comes to the future of SNYDER'S stuff. If ZACK can do something in some kind of medium, whether, again, I mean, like, and I know, like, we all want live action, 100%, sure. But, as time is going by, it's like, well, I will accept anything at this point. Comic book, animation would be cool because I think Ben would definitely be like, let's do this. But, yeah. I don't know. It's all crazy. It's all crazy. Dave Scoopers have said that Ben turning down the series was BS. Is that what they're saying? I don't know. Like I said, but I always knew that they wanted him back. So I always heard that Warner Media and those guys, they wanted him to come back. But I didn't hear about him turning it down. I didn't hear about that. I only heard that they wanted him. But, yeah, that's just my information right there. Yeah, whatever ZACK wants to do, that's what it's all about. And right now, he wants to build new universes, and that's what he's doing right now. Okay? That's what he's doing right now. But, still hope to see the conclusion of his story in some form. Whether, I don't care. He could just... If ZACK wants to just release his storyboard book that has the rest of what was going to happen with his Superman arc, I'll take that. I'll take that. If he ends up just releasing that or releasing that other storyboard, that whiteboard apparently that he has that wasn't revealed, I'll take that too. If that's all we're going to end up getting, I'll take something. I'll take something. J-Lo is the key, right? I know, right? I know. Let's get her on the, can we persuade her to persuade him? No. I just like that Ben's healthy. He's looking good. He's sounding good. Everything about it. And I can't wait to watch the Tender Bar. Yeah. There you go. Exactly. I don't want jail 2 or 3 movies. There you go. Go ahead and clip that out, and everybody can have fun with that if you want. No. Yeah. Who wants movies? Fuck, live action Justice League 2 and 3? Nah, screw that noise. Gross. Come on. All right. But let's talk about the Batman because we're going to talk about the Batman because there's some concerns, and I know some people are kind of wondering with the whatchamacallit, the Decepticon variant that is out there. So it's like, all right, are they going to end up postponing the Batman? I don't think they will. It just doesn't seem like that would be the case when it comes to delaying. And, according to Mr. Jason Kylar, says the Batman release date isn't changing as of now, says Warner Media CEO. And that's Mr. Kylar right here. He said, quote, right here, we're certainly paying attention to everything going on with Omicron. We feel good about the date right now. We're gonna watch it day by day. So as of right now, it's all good. It's all good. But remember, there's no day and date thing. So it's not like you could just fire it up on HBO Max the day of, on March 4th. So we have that. And then, of course, we have the spinoff rumor that's coming about. So hopefully, no delay for the Batman, or else I will cry. I will literally cry if there's a delay in the Batman. We've already had one delay. We don't need another delay, please. But right here, apparently a post in the superhero hype forums from user Fearless Bat. I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but I thought this was pretty interesting. Claims that the series will be a mix of Gotham Central, Batman Year One, and Batman the Man Who Laughs, and feature Joker as the main villain. What's his name? We heard the laugh. Batman, for his part, will have the poster describes as a bigger role than expected, apparently. So we were kind of wondering, like, how much of a role is Batman going to have in this Gotham City Central, this GCPD series? How much of a role is he going to have in it? Apparently it's going to be, according to this information, which might not be true, is the fact that it might be a little bit more significant than we thought. The poster also claimed Harvey Dent Two-Face would not appear in Season 1 and is instead being saved for Season 2. Skins and Pirates of the Caribbean, actor Kaya Skuldar is also said to be in talks for a mysterious role. So take it all with a grain of salt. Just rumors. But hopefully, first off, that it doesn't get delayed because, again, I will weep. I will weep live if it happens. I'll weep. I'm waiting for this movie, goddammit. But when it comes to the GCPD, Gotham Central, whatever you want to call it, I hope these rumors are true because I would like to have a little bit of, I didn't think it was going to have any kind of Batman presence in it, but if it's got some Batman presence, cool. And if that's the way that they're going to introduce the Joker too, or maybe they're going to tease the Joker in the Batman and then I don't know. Because apparently, from what I've gathered is the Joker does exist, but he's locked up when it comes to this first Batman movie. So obviously you can't have a Batman movie without having a Joker around. And if you're going to really dive into the rogues gallery, obviously you're going to have some kind of Joker presence somewhere. So we'll see. Is the Batman going to be on HBO Max and the theater or just theater? Just the theater, Mark. Just the movie theater. So, yeah, it's not going to do no more day and date. That was all 2021. So I think they worked out something where I think maybe it's going to be like a 45-day window. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. Long as it doesn't get delayed again, for the love of shit, please. Oh, I will. Jesus Christ, if it does. Yeah, we don't need that. We just don't need that. Please, for the love of God, don't let the Batman get delayed. No delay. No. Yeah. Anyways. Hey, Andrew Garfield can finally talk some Spider-Man No Way Home. Wow. Look at this. Yeah, he's been making the rounds now, and he could finally talk about all this stuff. Obviously, there's been stuff that's been flying around. You felt bad for the guy. He even said, too, when it came to Andrew Garfield talking about the fact that he kept having to lie and say that he wasn't in the movie. That had to, that got to him a little bit. he said that he hates lying and the fact that he had to keep on lying to people about it. I mean, that's part of the gig, though. It's part of the gig. I mean, you are an actor. I mean, that's your professional liar, I guess you could say. But yeah, this is there's a new interview with him with Variety. Why would you do that? All right, where he talks about some of this stuff. And he says, starting simple, why did you say yes to No Way Home? I wasn't expecting to ever have a conversation again about potentially playing Peter Parker. I felt very excited to just to be a fan again, but I got this call from Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige and John Watts with this idea. I was immediately undeniable. It was immediately undeniable. It sounded incredibly fun, incredibly spiritual, trippy, and thematically interesting. On a base, as a Spider-Man fan, just the idea of seeing 3 Spider-Men in the same frame was enough. The pitch was really, really exciting. They said you played this character in your way, and what would you want to explore if you had the opportunity? If you were dumped into this other universe and faced with this younger you and this older you, how would you respond? We talked a lot about mentorship. We talked a lot about brotherhood, and I love that line in the movie. He was like, "I always wanted brothers." God damn it! He was just so. There's just something about his Peter Parker that just touched everybody's hearts. We talked a lot about brotherhood and about what it is to be the older brother, younger brother, and the middle brother. There's also a thing of seeing someone you love walking down a path that you've already walked down, and it doesn't lead the place where you ultimately meant to go. Obviously talking about Holland's Peter Parker. The character is isolated in his emotional experience and physical experience, but what happens when that aloneness gets blasted open and you come to realize that you've never been alone and there are other brothers going through the exact same thing? That's a big spiritual journey to go on, man. And when we just milked out all the fun we could possibly have. And he said, you and Tobey Maguire really did this. This wasn't a green screen setup in your driveway. Fuck you! We all know what you were... Okay, who's the interviewer here? Mr. Matt Donnelly. Are you trying to make a little jab at Zack Snyder there? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking a little too into that, but I don't know. The fact that he said, this wasn't a green screen setup in your driveway. Okay. Yeah. Well, you saw the shot at the end. For shooting in a driveway, that was pretty damn good. It's almost like Zack Snyder's an awesome filmmaker. Anyways, we were shooting for 2 weeks, Toby and I, but I think we managed to achieve something that is not just showing up and going, hi, bye. My Spider-Man got to save his younger brother's romantic relationship potentially and to heal the most traumatic moment of his own life through doing it for his younger brother, making sure that he didn't have the same fate. There's something cosmically beautiful about that. It meant getting a second chance at saving Gwen, which is great. Obviously, we know what scene we're talking about right there. So, and then, of course, he talks about that. Talk about your time with your fellow Spider-Man and what did you share off-screen, compares notes about spandex and fans. I think the first time we were all in the suit together, it was hilarious because it's like just 3 ordinary dudes who were just actors, just hanging out. But then also you just become a fan and say, oh my God, we're all together in the suits and we're doing and pointing things. Yeah, and doing the pointing thing, obviously. There was talk about going into the bathroom and, patting around the package. What? We talked about what worked for us, what worked for each of us. Tom was jealous because I have little zippers in my suit and I can get my hands out very easily to work his phone. He had to use his nose. Jeez, these costumes are just so restrictive because he couldn't access his hands. Stop jumping around here. Okay, we have, let's see what it says. To work his phone, we would have deeper conversations too and talk about our experiences with the character and have Amy Pascal there who has seen through 9 movies, including Spider-Verse. It was a revelatory experience for her, realizing how much how much life and time she'd given to the character. That was a beautiful and profound. There's a line I improvised in the movie, looking at Maguire and Holland. I tell them I love them. That was just me loving them. So yeah, that was another thing that was revealed too when it came to this interview, was the fact that, you know, when he says I love you guys, and then of course they react like, okay, interesting. Apparently that was improv. Again, Andrew Garfield. Gotta love this guy. But I love the fact that he could finally just like get it all out there, all his excitement and everything. And I didn't need that. I'll get the wrong thing. But also I wanted to look at Box Office Mojo right here. So let's look at the box office where it's at right now too when it comes to Spidey No Way Home, because you know that's what everybody's talking about right now. Look at that. It's almost at 2 billion. It's at 1.5 right now. 1.5 billion worldwide, guys. Look at that. And it's, you know, and look at how close it is when it comes to domestic and international. So we got 56.5% of the box office earnings is international and 43.5 is domestic. So that is good. That is good. Yeah. Now there's Toby love. Don't worry, Andrew. There's Toby love. I think just, you know, a lot of us just kind of dig Andrew Garfield a little bit more. There's something about, maybe it's just because he's like he's the middle child, like he said. And he talked about how you have your older brother who's like the big time mentor, and then you have the younger one who's still learning his shit. So he could be like that middle guy, you know. I think there's still plenty of love for Toby. There definitely is. But yeah, right now it's at 1.5. So I don't know if they're going to release a director's cut, if they're going to release an extended cut of Spider-Man No Way Home, you better believe it's going to cross 2 billion, right? And I think that's probably what they thought about. That's a little bit of a, you know, business decision. It's like, all right, we're going to release the initial movie that's 2.5 hours. And now we're going to have an extended cut that might, I don't know how long it's going to be. If it's going to be like 240, 245. I don't know if it's going to start knocking on the door of 3 hours. I doubt that. But you release an extended cut in the movie theaters, movie's going to make 2 billion. Movie's going to make 2 billion. It will. I'll go and see the extended cut. Of course, I think you guys would too, right? Kind of smart, but you know, it's just like, geez, soak up, squeeze as much out of this as they can. So, yeah, I think it's gonna. Yeah, if they do that, definitely it's gonna be. It's gonna make $2 billion. So, the extended cut thing was just a fake account. That wasn't a fake account. No, it wasn't. I would not be surprised. Okay. Well, I mean, if you're saying it's a fake account, then, geez, then I didn't do my research on that. Man, that would suck, because you think if they're going to make this, if this movie is going to make 2 billion, it'd be like, yeah, release like an extended cut in the theaters. Yeah. It was a fake RPK account. Oh, man. See? That's the thing. There's so much fake shit out there. So much fake news. Even in the movie world. What the hell? So much fake news. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense given the fact that, in a month and a half, I guess it's going to be on digital download and probably be on Disney. I don't know if it's going to get on Disney Plus obviously, because obviously Sony, all that whole thing, who knows. China, they're all China accounts just messing with us. Jeez. Yeah. But at least I guess the news that it's going to be out on the 28th, that's real. But we did hear that there was kind of an extended cut, so maybe they'll release. What's happening? Up. We're good. We're good. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. Oof. Yeah, the stream just went a little wonky right now. It's Kevin Feige, because there is going to be an extended cut that gets released in theaters. And I started talking about it, so he was like, no, that was supposed to be a surprise. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I know. I was like, what the hell? It started doing like the little wheel of death, and I was like, geez, what was happening right there? So, no, we're good. We're good, guys. We're good. I didn't stop it this time. We're good. Yeah, I know. I